Hey, my good friends, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great podcast. You guys know what it is. Street Savvy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the host, Jay Works. I am on another solo mission. My co-host is out on an assignment, working on a greater adventure that we will bring on in the next several weeks. But hey, we got great topics. We have great things we want to share with you guys. We want to know how you guys' weekend is starting and a whole bunch of things inside of what you're doing today. Chime in. Topic is huge. The news is even better, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to it. Besides for the music in the background, I have no copyrights of the music. I have no rights of it. The Bee Gees does. Great music we always play here. And we guys want you to listen and learn. I hope you guys earn something from it because that's what we do. We love great music. We love listening to it. But the copyrights do not belong to us. They belong to the Bee Gees. The music that you hear. Yes. Come on, folks. Let's chime in. Let's chime in, folks. Got some great stuff. Okay. And local news, New York State news. I'm going to get right to the point. It's 5 cities in New York State is the worst you don't want to live in. Number 1 is Rochester, New York. They got some towns surrounding them. It's the worst. You don't want to live on certain streets. I'm not going to name them because that's not cool. But if you're living out there in Rochester, be careful, folks. They said the violence is so bad, people lock their doors in the morning before they leave out the door the other way. So I don't know what that means, but that's what they said allegedly. And the number 2, and it's a 5-chapter series, but number 2, well, no, let me go backwards. Let me correct that. Rochester is number 5. Syracuse is number 4 on the list. Syracuse, New York, a city and state, a city I live in, actually. I was born in, but not raised. My family members are raised in it, and my kids today, I'm raising them in certain parts of Syracuse. But they say Syracuse is bad, folks. Here's what the consensus says on the internet, allegedly. Allegedly now, I'm not saying it because, hey, I live in the city and I work in the city, and certain situations are great for me, or even better. So I don't know what they're thinking about or what they're seeing, but crime is everywhere. Crime is up everywhere. In certain instances, it's low. But that's what they're saying on the internet, folks. Rochester and Syracuse. 2 of the top 5 cities that's rough to live in New York State. They say they're most dangerous, too. Okay, in other news, down in Atlanta, Georgia, T.I. and his son, I guess his older son, got into a big conference at the Atlanta Falcons game. His son, King. And it got caught on social media like everything else. People got cameras everywhere. People got their cell phones out, folks. You got to be careful. You got to be really careful of what you're doing and where you're doing that because people will really run it up and put it out there. But anyhow, a nightclub in Atlanta, Georgia, decided to take that video of T.I. and his son having a family discussion, a family blow up, and take their 2 pictures, allegedly, and put it on for the club night premiere. So they're going to be there. And without letting T.I. know, without putting T.I. involved, T.I. came to the club. And he turned up, folks. He told him, listen, you will not get nothing off me and my baby. Me and my son, we had no part of this. We don't want no part of this. You ain't going to give nothing in this club. You ain't going to sell no beer, no liquor, no slots, no seats, no booths, unless I get paid first. So, allegedly, folks, this story ends well because the next day, T.I. and his son ended up on the flyer. I don't know if the same nightclub, don't quote me, but it's end up working out. They end up being on there. They end up going there, or they end up being on the flyer, I should say, allegedly, and end up working out. But folks, you got to know the rights and your laws. You can't use nobody's photo or nobody's images for any type of earnings that you were gonna earn, and they don't do it. They don't receive anything for their name or they copyrights or their photos or anything. That don't happen in this world. You have to pay somebody. And if you use this right here, PD code, my clothing, you're gonna pay me. Because this is mine. I invented this. You use that name back there, anything Lana J Works, I'm coming. I don't play that. You slander me, I don't play it, I'm coming. The right way with them lawyers. So I guess that news ended in a good way for less violence, I should say, folks. I should definitely say that. And in sports news, I've seen two interviews in basketball. Raving over LeBron. Raving over who's the GOAT. One was Kevin Garnett, who's a GOAT in his own right. 20 years in the league. A monster. Kid from Chicago. Played ball. Played point forward. Was a monster at any position he played. Won a ring with the Boston Celtics. A legend. He was on a podcast with Stephen A. Smith. And he went in. He said, listen, that talk about Magic, Bird, and Michael was in the past. I get that. But the life we live in the present, LeBron James is 38, averaging almost 30 points a game. He's still a monster. He's still someone to go to. He's still that guy. So he's saying, stop all the rhetoric. Stop all the talk. Stop all the GOAT stuff. LeBron is that guy. He's saying it. He's saying that's what he's saying. He said LeBron is that guy. Hold on, folks. I'm going to have a caller. Hello. Hey, Ron, can I call you back? I'm on set. Oh, that was a different caller. That was someone called about a car. That's a good thing. God is good. But yeah, and the other ball player, I couldn't figure out his name, but he was saying the same exact thing. He was saying LeBron is ripping through the league, man. 20 years he's been in the league, and he's still got several more to go. And to me, personally, my opinion, he's a Tom Brady. He's a Tom Brady of basketball with Tom Brady with football. Well into his 40s, LeBron going to rip the league open. He going to get a league what he's asking for. He going to get a league a cup of tea. And listen, LeBron playing against the Celtics, I'm against him. I'm against him. But anybody else, I'm for him. As a black man, what he has done with his community, what he has done with his friends, his family, even with his sons, to support. And allegedly, he took the night off the other night and went to his son's first game or practice or something like that. So I'm with it. LeBron is that guy. And let's put that talk down. I love Mike. I love Magic. I love Larry Bird. But let's put that talk down. LeBron is that guy. He's that guy, man. He's the GOAT. I mean, Wilt did it in his day with 11 championships. You know, Magic did it with the 5. Bird did it with the, I think he had 4. Don't quote me on that. And Mike had 6. LeBron only got 4, and the numbers is astronomical. So big up to you. Well, that's the news around the world today, folks. Let's get into the topic of the day. Let's go, folks. Yeah, what's up, John? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Well, our topic of the day, my brother, is would you marry someone you haven't had sex with or whom you haven't had sex with yet? So let's go, folks. What's Charmin? What's Charmin, man? Tell me what's good, folks. Let's go. Because I'm about to get into this one. This is a good one. So John said, yes, he would. So tell me why, John. Tell me why, my brother. Yeah. Hey, what's up, family? Yeah, you gonna chime in on this subject tonight? This subject is wild and crazy. I love it. Let's go. Yeah. John said, because most people would normally have sex when they get married because of boundaries. Okay, I like that. That makes sense. I like that. Thank you, John. I like that. Hey, Lakeisha, my wife is chiming in. As well as I don't know, but I am married, so I don't know. Some people might think it's depends on who the friends are, who the friends is, and who the person. I get you, Keisha. That was a great one. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm married. Been married several years now. And before I got married, that wasn't thought of waiting to have sex. It was approached to me in certain situations with certain women over my life, but no. Well, that's my wife, so she would know. And it depends on the person. I believe that's true. That's a good comment. Well, John says what she said is it's also could depend on the person you with. That's true, John. I definitely like that. Well, like I said again, in the years I've been dealing with women before I got married, that wasn't. In some cases, that was a topic, but majority it wasn't. Majority cases it wasn't. And I didn't peeve to ask somebody. That's not my forte. I'm not trying to wait to have sex with you to be married. I'm not doing all that. A few months, a few weeks, yeah, I was a gentleman. In some places, I was a whore. I was a whore. So waiting on some sex to be married, that was out of the question for me. But I have heard of it. And that's not a lie. I've heard of it. And people really do believe in that. People really believe, hey, let's wait until we find out what our commitments, what our do's and our don'ts, what you like and what I don't like, what you eat, what I do eat, and so forth. And learn my body, learn your body and the little things. I don't know. I don't have the great answers for you, but I have sort of opinion on what people will want to wait for. Because it is precious. Your body is precious. Your body is your temple. And I always use a sentiment when I got Muslim women friends. When I was younger, I would ask them a question, and they would say, "Because this is sacred. Why should you show all that? Wait till you get married and show your husband. Why should I show my hair, my body, my front, my back, my legs to everybody? This belongs to the guy I'm going to marry." And I was like, all right, whatever. But as I got older, I see that was something they stood by. I know the folks I talk to and learn from. Was it a big deal or is it a big deal? I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't tell you. Some people, they like things a certain way. In life, they want people. They want to earn it. They want to love who they love for everything they got. And is that a knock on them? Is that a crime? No. This is great. I got people chiming in, calling. I love it, folks. But again, a lot of folks, when I was growing up, I heard that with women. Would you wait? Can you wait till we get married? Man, I thought it was a joke. And those women, I got away from them real quick. I thought it was some ludicrous stuff to say to me. We have a caller, folks. We have a caller. Hello, caller. Who is this?
It's Dacia.
Hey, Dacia. How's it going?
Chilling.
Yeah? How you doing?
I'm doing. How are you?
Great. Well, you called into the podcast, and this is Street Savvy. Tell the kids I say hey. Hey, guys. You guys are live. You guys are live on the podcast. So listen.
Okay, who is that?
So,
Who is that?
well, this is an all-adult show. I don't want the kids to get verved by it. But here's a question. Would you marry someone you have not had sex with? How you feel about that?
I say I would.
Okay. Okay. And why is that? Can you explain to us?
Because if I haven't had sex with them and I'm marrying them, I'm more than likely communicating with them and we discuss the things that is mutual benefit for us and a mutual dislike for us. And sex is nothing. Sex is something that is to build a better connection with somebody, and I'd rather build a better connection with someone I'm already connected with.
Wow, that's deep. I like the sentiment. You sound like a true Leo spoken. I like that opinion. I like that. That's drawn out, and I think on the 1 to 10 basis, you're gonna meet 5 people, 5 from 1 to 10 that say, hey, I'm not waiting to get married. And you might meet 5 and say, hey, that sounds good. Now they may say that sounds good, not necessarily wait around. But I think whatever you choose to in life, any one of us, that's your choice. If you choose to have sacred situations and sacred things for your body, your mind, and your soul, for your soulmate, I think that's great, an opportunity of way. And also think that's more gratuitous for the person who wants to save themselves for someone else or someone or significant other. So to me, I think that's a choice. Like you said, the waiting game.
Most of the times, it's not even worth it. They just be doing too much or doing too less. It's not worth it. Exposing yourself to get something from somebody that's not worth it in the first place, and their attitude sucks. So I'm like, it's not worth it.
Wow.
Because they be sticking, you don't know what they be sticking that junk in there. They be sticking it in pies, in pillows, teddy bears. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Like,
Right.
There's too many places to stick it for me to be sticking everything in my junk. Because even though it's a self-cleaning oven, you got to clean the oven. You can't stick everything in the oven because that thing explodes.
Yes.
That's the problem.
That's true. That's true.
And then they be walking around with the big lips and everybody be falling out of there.
True. True. And in layman terms, bacteria don't play with nobody.
Listen, I ain't got time for it. Listen.
I hear you.
And then it's just wet up here. It's mold everywhere. So it's like,
right.
I'd rather not. People get foot fungus and stuff in their drawers. They got jock itch. I'm not trying to do none of that. I'm not trying to do none. I will be pissed. The whole world be know because I'll be like, motherfucker, you look dirty ass. And I'm like, we washing up before we doing it anyway. I don't want to taste no salt.
Listen, love. I love that. I love your energy. I love your comment. And by choice, everybody, we all have our choice. And I do appreciate you calling. I love it. I appreciate the energy. Please call again and look forward to watching the show, Street Savvy. Thanks for the call.
Wrap it up.
There you go. You heard her. You heard Dacia. Wrap it up. Dacia.
Bruno's rapper too. Plastic wrap.
Dacia. Odom. Miss Odom, thank you.
All right.
The caller had some great energy and she has some great insight. And she right. You don't want to do too much. That oven needs to be clean at all times. You put too much stuff in that oven, you know, you're gonna have to answer for that. And it might not be what you want. Might not be what you want to smell either. So definitely, I like that. I appreciate that, Dacia. And hopefully you call the show again. Wow. But yeah, folks, a lot of folks don't mind waiting. A lot of folks do mind waiting. They think the waiting game is something that is a myth to, something that's not real, something they shouldn't be obliged by. Me, on the other hand, I don't went down that road a lot of times. I'm married today, so I don't have to go through that. I'm glad I'm married. Things are not well, but I say this in any marriage, brothers and sisters, you married, you have commitments and things you want to go by. You guys lead by your vows, your marriage vows. If things go sour, that don't mean it's all bad, because all bad is getting out the marriage and going to something even worse. At least you know your husband and wife and the expectations. And if anything, divorce and be by yourself. If anything, if you don't want to the lowest and the highest results and nothing's going your way, nothing's going the way that you guys permitted to, you guys agreed to, you guys counseled on, which had marriage counsel on, it didn't work out. Be by yourself. They always told me you could do bad by yourself. And I really believe that. I really believe that. I honestly do. I definitely do. Yes, I do. I really do. But folks, wow. I think that's a big one. I'm in the middle. I mean, when I was younger, I was in the middle of that. Now, I'm with the wife. So I have no objectives on that. No objectives. Because me and the wife first started off, we was boyfriend and girlfriend. And marriage wasn't even in the plan. Let alone was kids. We had sex. We made plans to be in a family. Everything was a planning thing with us. Period. I didn't want no more kids. I wanted to be married. But it happened. It worked out for the better. The marriage may not be right today or tomorrow. We still got something from it, and that's what I can say and feel and hear from. So, folks, thank my callers, John, Lakeisha, my wife, Kai, a Works family member, Kai Billu. I think that's what it is. Kai Billu Works. Kai Billu Works. Thank you for chiming in, cuz. I appreciate you. For all the comments, I appreciate it. And thank the caller, Miss Odom, Dacia Odom. Thank you for calling in. I hope you guys chime into the next show on the next great topic. Until then, I'm the host with the most. This is the podcast, Street Savvy. Thanks for chiming in, my folks. And make sure you do the most important thing of the night. Subscribe, like, and share. And again, Street Savvy is on its way up. And I want to bring all you guys on the bus. And make sure you check out our sister channel too. In the Minute with Jay Works with me, the host. Great topics. We get crazy, we get deranged, and we be real straightforward to you like anything we do, just like this show. But I give it to you raw. Thank you, fans. Thank you, family and friends. Keep up the support and keep watching Street Savvy. Good night, folks.